Before we start, the reason I was really interested about learning this is when I was in Japan in 2007, 2008, no, 2005, 2006. When I was in Japan, cell phones were not, were still fairly new. I think they had came out for like 4 or 5 years. So, and I was living in Japan in Air Force on Air Base Kadena on Okinawa, and I did not have a cell phone at the time. I had a pager. It was my alert pager. So every time that pager went off, that means a rescue was about to be in progress, and you had 10 minutes to get back to the helicopter. So I never had a cell phone in Japan, but I saw the most interesting, weirdest cell phones in the early 2000s in Japan. It was crazy. So cell phone technology can get really weird, especially now with multiple screens and folding materials. So I'm interested in this one. I am. All right, everyone ready? There's some history about me. All right, Linus Tech Tips, weirdest phones. Let's go. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let's go.
Shopping for a phone these days is so boring. Let's see. Do I want the black rectangle, or would I rather have the other black rectangle that's totally different and definitely deserves my undying brand loyalty? Or would I rather have this? I mean, how freaking cool are these? We've got the camcorder phone. Yeah. We got the lipstick phone. We've got a total of 10 of the weirdest, coolest mobile devices from the past 3 decades. We've even got the sponsor phone. Wait, who put this one
Sponsor,
here?
okay.
Oh, you know what? I bet it was Build Redux.
Yeah,
Take the challenge and
time.
hassle out of building your own PC with Build Redux.
Okay.
They provide
Let's figure out which phone we want. Okay, right now I have an Apple phone. It's an old one because whatever. I need a new phone. I think it's an 11 Pro. I need a new one. So let me know which one you would buy, and we'll kind of feel like which one's the best. Because I don't want to just get a 13 Pro or whatever's going to come out next, okay? So let me know what you guys will like best.
Ooh, the Kyocera Echo M9300. I see this has a charging cable plugged into it. I'm going to hope for the best. Oh, what? No
Wait, what does it do?
The folding phone from before folding phones.
Wait, what?
USB micro B, volume rocker, power.
How does it fold up?
Easily accessible to. Oh, I thought it was the SIM tray, but of course. Remember micro SD expansion?
I have to show that again.
Wait, there's
I
still a
want to
micro
go
SD
see.
card in
I
here.
want to see how it folds, guys.
M9300. I see this has a charging cable plugged into it. I'm gonna hope for the best.
What the hell is that? What? Oh, it snaps open. So you can have access to your keyboard. So you can snap it open with one hand and then have access to your keyboard as the... Oh my God. Oh my God. Didn't you have a 13? And I previously loved the 13. I would just fidget with that thing like a fidget spinner nonstop. I like that.
What? No way. The folding phone from before folding phones.
I like
USB
that.
micro B, volume rocker, power. Look at how easily accessible that. Oh, I thought it was the SIM tray, but of course. Remember micro SD expansion, anyone? Wait, there's still a micro SD card in here. Hey, I just got a free micro SD card. Well, not really free. We paid $58 for this phone.
I don't think that's in a running,
Okay,
guys.
it's Android. That means it's not that old.
DCI.
Built-in camera. This is apparently 5 megapixels and records 720p video.
Okay, this is an
It's
old
got
phone.
512 megs of RAM.
It's got 2
gig of
screens.
storage and uses a Snapdragon S1.
It's got 2 screens.
It has at
I love
least
it.
3
How come
different
this is
modes.
not a...
Candy bar mode. Hold lock.
Guys, is it the reason that phone did not succeed? Because it looks epic. I mean, screens are old, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's an more interesting design than this. By the way, that's Bo, my doggy. Toto. There's Bo. Oh. Is the technology of the iPhone so much greater than all the other phones, or is it just the coolness? Why did iPhone win? I don't know.
Flick to unlock. Remember when Apple was all mad about that? Oh my God, early Android was ugly. Also, when was the home button on the left? I don't remember that.
Hi, Shady. How you doing, buddy?
Guess this is Gaming?
Thank you, but
Oh, I guess this was a gaming-centric phone. One thing nobody misses is all the horrible preloaded carrier junk on this thing. The Sims 3, actually, okay, that's pretty cool. Right. The third operating mode.
why do I
mode.
like this phone?
Microsoft.
I know
see
it's
where you got
old.
the inspiration for the Surface Duo. You nailed it.
Why do I like this phone? You gotta remember, this phone isn't just cool right now. This phone was, to me, if I had that 10 years ago, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a 10-year-old phone. It looks epically fun. 2 screens, you can fidget with it. I mean, 10 years ago, I had an Apple device, whatever it was, yeah.
I always like having a big gap down the middle of my screen.
Thanks, dude, Nader.
Oh, that's cool. Back before the home button and back button were on screen, they were hardware buttons, and it's got it on both screens. So you have all the flexibility. Oh, I didn't even notice the coolest thing about the hinge. You can kind of snap it so you don't have that big gap. Okay,
I
download
like
server's
that
still
a
up for
lot.
this? Man.
As a mechanical engineer,
Yeah,
not
that
fan,
shouldn't
I should say
surprise
I'm a
me
fan, not engineer. Mechanical engineer
I feel
fan
like
who
I
likes
have
to
play a
dabble
game
with
on
that
it.
kind of
Ooh,
stuff.
Get Namco games.
That looks
Activity
like
launcher
a
is not
really
responding.
nice hinge, and
Tablet
how he made it.
mode.
I would want how they made it.
Whoops, didn't think that one through. WAP shop. Kind of glad this didn't load anything. Enough fooling around though.
I mean,
it's guess time.
that's
And I'm
pretty
gonna
old,
say
you know?
2010, $400.
2010?
I like freak.
In 2010, that phone would have been... If you had that phone in 2010, in high school, every time you pulled it out, I would have been drooling over it. More than an iPad. No, iPhone. More than an iPhone. It looked cool as hell.
You nailed it then. I think things are about to get a little bit harder though. Oh, this. I know
I
what
have to
this
go
is.
for newer phones, so
This
I know
is my
what I
first
buy.
cell phone. There will be absolutely no excuse for me to get this wrong. I actually
it's
did
a
whole video on
child's
this one.
phone, isn't
it's
it?
absolutely amazing. To my knowledge, this was the first phone ever with a full keyboard.
Are you
Calling it a
kidding me?
phone is a little bit generous.
It
You
looks
see,
like a child's
it
toy.
didn't have a speaker or a microphone built into it. It
That's
was
a
actually an
phone?
accessory. So you had to unlock it and then replace the battery cover here with this like figure 8 shaped wart that went on the back. And then
Hi,
it had
Pierre.
a
How you
cable
doing,
that
buddy?
plugged into this mini 2.5mm jack with a little squiggly cord, which obviously broke on every single one of the ones we had. I had one, my mom had one, and my dad had one. The reason is that my mom's hard of hearing, so talking via voice was not really an option, but being able to quickly text was flippin' awesome. The
Yeah.
best thing about this phone though, by far, was the games. Phones were cheaper back then. Let's say $350.
I would not have
This
gotten
came
that
out
phone back then.
Early? Oh, okay. Sorry, my memory. All right, how much was it? You could still buy it? I give up. But I don't give up on guessing mine.
I think that's too expensive of a phone for $200. It looks like a child's toy, honestly. Would you have bought that 10 years ago? Personally, no. I would have gone with that one.
Next one. Meet
I'm
the
excited for the next one.
Zalibri 2
What the hell is this
and
thing?
the Zalibri 4. These both came out at the same time and come with the nicknames the Alien Beauty and the Dark Hero. I am actually
Alien
not sure
Beauty
which
and the
one is
Dark
supposed to be
Hero.
which, and I
Whoever came up with this concept, I want to meet you and be your friend. It's got some of my favorite words in it. Hero, alien.
gotta confess, I had no idea these were from Siemens. I assumed that they were from Zalibri, like Chinese.
So is it a pair or just individual? Oh, each one's a phone. Each one's their own version of a phone. And they try to make the whole thing so the numbers are on the outside, so you can use one hand with, but like this. That seems like I'm squeezing something inappropriate. Because you would have on one side you would have
or something.
Some products are not meant to survive. Is the lesson out of this one?
The Alien Beauty is available in soft colors.
It looks
of
like a car
aqua
key. You're
and
absolutely
white
right, Pierre.
mauve. Crap, I still don't know
said
which
it too.
one is which. It hints at inner femininity, I guess.
Joe, the content creator, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. He said, I started making videos because of you. You are my idol. Oh my God. Thank you, man. I don't know what to say. Thanks. I'm glad I could help, and thank you for making me feel so great with that message. Appreciate it. Much love.
It's this one then, because it kind of looks like a birth control packet. Highlighted
It does look
features
like a birth
include
control packet.
aerodynamic contours and an unconventional Oh my God, that's the keypad. That is truly atrocious.
What's
it
the
has an integrated back clip,
Okay.
so you can wear it on a collar, cuff, or
yeah.
bag. Turn on the. Wow, that's a cool boot sound effect. Both feature 101 by 65 pixel monochrome displays and support 100 contacts.
It's gotta be
in your
United
phone
States.
book.
What the hell? What is
Like a
this?
taxidermy dog or what?
Oh, that's the ad for it. What the hell? Oh my God, this is gonna give me what the hell is going on right now?
This is a really long commercial. I
Is
guess
it-
the idea is you kind of dare to be different or something, or like, hey, please check date and time, let's go.
Is that the equivalent of like that Apple commercial when they
Messages,
threw a sledgehammer into a...
God, that
big TV?
responsiveness though. Hello? I mean, there's no camera on it, but you do get this handy little carrying.
So you can wear it as a necklace.
Clock is a pictures?
It does look like a
Spirale.
garage door opener.
Ringer melodies.
Is that a real song someone made up?
2001, $400. Really? This came 3 years after this? What? Okay. Next up, we've got the Nokia
No, I would not buy that.
N93.
That's not a phone I want to own. Oh,
This
yeah.
is also known as the camcorder phone. Is that a lens cap? You have got to be kidding me. Is this the ergonomics?
Oh, Taco, you're funny. I like that
Screen
camera.
like- oh no, it's like this.
I like
Oh,
that
no.
camera.
It's like a
Imagine all the influencers. Oh my God, I bet it has a bigger lens than this. Maybe you don't need 3 lenses if you have that. I like that a lot. Remember the old video cameras they had? Like the, oh my God, I want that. Why did they stop making that? Imagine the size of the lens you can have and the sensor. Oh, I
transformer.
like this.
Oh, this is kind of sick. Carl Zeiss lens, 3x optical, 3.2 megapixels.
It's a flip
This
phone
would have
too.
probably been a ballin' camera at the time. I can't
I
believe
like
it
that
came
a
with
lot.
the lens cap. It used a 332 megahertz dual ARM11 processor, 64 megabytes of RAM,
Remember
15
64
megabytes of
RAM.
storage. So,
50 megabytes storage.
I guess
How
you
old
weren't
is this thing? It's more than 10 years, I bet.
recording a lot of video to it. It
I
had
like
dual
it.
power inputs, either a barrel jack or this big old connector. And then what is this? Please tell me this is micro SD expansion. It's gotta be. Oh, color display. Let's go. 240 by 320. Oh,
pretty
wow,
old.
that SIM mechanism though.
It's pretty old.
Whoo-wee! Let's go. Oh, wow, it rebooted pretty hard there. Does not like having the SIM cards.
Do you know how they keep recreating old movies and stuff like that? You know, I wish they did that with some phone designs. I really do. I wish they designed some phone designs, you know, like that. Just take this design with new screens, new camera, new storage. Just upgrade everything and I would love that phone. It would be thicker than this a little bit, but it would be less space, right? And I would have a camera on top. Freaking yes, please.
Swapped while it's on. Whether we get the camera fired up or not, it could do
Sunday
480p video at 30 FPS
You had it?
and
Oh my
had its
God,
own
Sunday,
photo
I'm
and
jealous.
video editor, along with a TV output and support for predictive text. This must have been like 650 bucks.
Pure, don't worry about donating.
That's
Just come hang out with me,
definitely on
brother.
the
That's all I
spot.
want.
I see what they were going for with this one, right? The side of your head, not flat. Well, I have kind of hollow cheeks, but like Andy. Oh, perfect. It's the 8110, known as the banana phone.
Do you want a phone to just struggle? I guess all phones touch your cheek, right? Well, I guess I mostly talk like this these days. Yeah, I'm like a Californian girl. Hey, yeah, yeah. But would you want a phone to literally surround your cheek and become? Oh, it would just heat up. It would just heat up. I don't think I would want that. Sometimes sometimes some designs, ergonomic designs, are just not comfortable.
Before the Matrix came out in 1999.
It's a Matrix phone. I didn't realize that.
Matrix phone. That gives me a
I
pretty
almost
good
got
hint
that
as to
because it was in the
time frame
Matrix.
for it, but,
I remember that.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Look, the ergonomics get even better. Imagine putting a microphone right next to your mouth where the other person might
I almost got this phone because of the Matrix.
actually be able to hear you. Check this out. They've got these cool sliding contacts back here, and that's all wired up to the mic down there.
Cali girl.
I actually kind of like that. Clever mechanical design. You just don't see much of it in
Tom
phones
Gardner.
these days. Maybe the last really cool mechanical design I
Thank
saw on
you,
a phone was
your boy Jimmy.
OnePlus's pop-up front-facing camera. They don't want moving parts. Moving parts aren't reliable. This, we're going all the way back from proprietary chargers to proprietary batteries, specific to the phone. The display might not look like much, but this monochrome graphic LCD was revolutionary at the time.
Thanks,
it could
brother,
display
love you too.
both English and Asian characters with a resolution of 4 by 3.
Yeah, at that time, the phones were growing really fast all over the world, especially if you had money. So Asian characters were a big thing. That's why some of the Japanese phones succeeded so quickly, because a lot of American phones were not designed for Asian characters, specifically Japanese.
13 characters. Wow. It could also hold 125 contacts in the phone book. And I'm gonna say in, I don't know, 1998 then, a year before the movie, $500.
1996.
I'm not that far off then. Whoa, it reveals the camera.
This is the one I wanted to see.
This is the Nokia 7280, also known as the lipstick phone.
Do you guys remember those cameras, the really old ones that, you guys are so young, probably most of you. In 1989-ish is when I saw my first one. It was a camera that would expand like that. So they were called like spy cameras. They would double up in size, and they were the coolest things, because you had a case this big, and now it turned into this, and lens popped up and everything. They were called spy cameras. The only bad thing about them is you couldn't load them in with a regular film. I remember the regular film ones were really thick. The spy film ones, you had to buy the film, and I think it was like pretty expensive back then. I don't know how much is expensive back then, but I used to love those things. Yeah. The spy cameras, Tommy. Yeah. And I wanted one all my life, but I was already kind of like, anyway. Yeah, we couldn't afford it back then.
It was inspired by the glamour and elegance of the lavish 1920s. It was a completely new mobile phone design which forewent the traditional keypad for a discreet, keyless dial.
We all are, Tom.
Full-size SIM. I think we're golden. I think it's charging. All right, sick. Okay, let's go to the menu. Okay, what does this wheel do? Go to menu. Oh,
it looks like
how the devil do I type?
It looks like an MP3 player from back then, doesn't it?
It suggests a handful of first characters, A, T, S, I, and O. Then it's just the alphabet. Oh, this is atrocious.
Yeah, it just looks like an MP3 player for me.
This would take 1,000 years to do anything useful with.
Happy birthday, Alvin, if I don't get the chance to say it tomorrow.
Look at that tiny little camera window.
That is a nice camera.
How on earth do I get this picture out of here now?
They took double poppers and pop-up lens. You are
How do I get to the
absolutely
right side of the image? Oh, wow. That is truly awful. This thing sucks. I'm gonna say 2009, and it's $500.
Oh yeah, I was gonna guess. I was gonna say guess around 2003. Because I was gonna guess that because of the lens. You can, well, I guess they could be putting old lenses in it too.
This had a display this good in 2004? This was like an $800 phone? This cost like a modern iPhone Max Pro Ultra thing.
I wouldn't have played. That's a lot of money.
This is fun. Micro B charging, love to see it, compared to the alternatives we're looking at
Why
today.
is it pink?
Ooh, nice little
pink.
charging indicator. 512 megs of storage. Bluetooth 2.1. Oh, it runs Android.
You're welcome, buddy.
It's so adorable.
A cool MP3 player. If it wasn't a phone,
if
it was just an MP3 player in camera,
sparkle
it'd be great.
in the screen protector? What? Hey, but you know what's nice? It has some pretty thoughtful features. Easily replaceable battery.
Yeah.
Love to see it. And check this out. Just like an Instax camera, it's got a little tiny mirror next to the rear camera so that you can see if you're in the frame.
So you do a selfie.
320 by 240, 2.8 inches.
Who had a Motorola? I had Motorola radios. I had a Motorola radio. But I didn't have a Motorola phone. Did you guys have Motorola's? I know they were really popular. Dry mouth. Hold on. Popular.
Yes, this is just a home button. Why it's there, we'll never know. This is not ergonomic. It's like right here. You can't hold it in a way that, okay. Wow. Memory full or no SD card. Video capture length less than 1 second. All right, sorry, I guess that won't be happening. But at least it supported micro SD.
I would constantly just open it and close it
phone
constantly.
for full screen capture. Oh, man, I suck at this. $250. That's a yikes.
That's
I mean, at least it had a keyboard, which at the time was a feature. Oh, this thing would be infuriating to use.
You remember the BlackBerry? See, that reminds me of the BlackBerry keyboards. 2010. Doesn't look that nice for 2010.
Ooh.
Now that looks like a business phone.
The Virgin Mobile Lobster 700
If you have
TV.
that, you're a business daddy.
So named because it was shaped like a lobster's claw. This is the world's first DAB IP-enabled headset. Digital audio broadcasting over IP, and was nicknamed the telephone because it's a TV. It has a 320 by 240 pixel display, 65,000 colors, 64 megs of RAM. It's got a one.
Okay, how old is this? Because it's got television. You had a Virgin, you had a BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry for work, yeah. The weirdest phone in the world, Sony Ericsson. This thing has a television in it. It also has like a radio feature, I think, where you can talk to other people like a radio. Wow. 2008. I think that's got to be newer. My guess is 2013 is too early. 2011. I'm going with 2011. I don't know what was 2006. 2011 is too early, I know. The TV feature was a huge 2000 things. Okay, I'm locking mine down. When was I in 2009? No. I'm locking mine down. 2007. Yeah. 2007, my final answer. What's yours? Let me hear it. Before the video gets there. Type it in right now. 3, 2, 1. Go.
0.3 megapixel camera and uses a single core Texas Instruments processor. It actually feels pretty robust. Like I could imagine being in the store and being like, yeah, I want a phone that I can just like huck around, and this seems like the one. Oh, it runs Windows Mobile though.
It has Windows on it?
Got game.
It's like a newer thing now.
Hey, it's better to have game than to not have game, know what I'm saying? Whoa, MP3 player. As long as you don't mind using the little tiny jack and the proprietary charger. Or wait, is that Mini B? I think that's Mini B. All right, camera. Let's open up the camera.
I want to know how old this thing is.
That shutter sound. No touchscreen, so we weren't at that stage yet.
I want to watch the TV on it.
It does have Bubble Breaker! I played this game so much. Definitely better with a stylus, I'll tell you that much. Boop. Hold on, I gotta beat my Bubble Breaker high score. 420! Whoop! 2010, $400. Damn it!
When was it?
Nokia 7600.
When was it?
10, 400. 420! Whoop! 2010, $400.
2006! Oh, you were so close! I said, oh my god, you were so close. Pure. Who was it? Let me see here. Oh, you guys were so close. Pure said 2008. Actually, did you cheat? I don't think you cheated. 2006, yep. Your boy 2005. I went with 2007. Toko, you had it, brother. Yep. Okay. All right. All good guesses. I was off by 1 year. Good job, guys. $200 though in 2006. That's not a lot. I mean, compared to a $600 iPhone, I'm just saying.
Damn it! The Nokia 7600, codename Mango, also known as the Nokia Leaf.
Now that looks like some kind of a Game Boy style device.
Handsets and was designed as a fashion product. They gotta stop doing that. This was the beginning of phones being impossible to figure out.
I mean, if you design something as a fashion product, how many are you gonna sell? Is what I'm wondering. Is it worth the manufacturing of all those molds and stuff like that? Because molds cost a lot to make those plastics. Are you even gonna make your money back, or is that just way, hey, look at me, blah blah blah? It's kind of like a futuristic car design.
How to
Let's just
open.
go.
First, you have to pull off this, okay, because that makes perfect sense. Then you like pull off this one or something. Then you can slide it open. Oh yeah,
don't like
great, perfect, love it. The trippiest part is that for every one of these, they absolutely had to sell thousands and thousands of units. Otherwise, they couldn't possibly cover the tooling costs for
That's
it,
exactly what I was
costs.
saying.
Like 6,
How much
maybe.
money did they
Sure,
make?
you can find someone who's dumb enough to want a keypad like this, but it's a 2-inch display running at 128 by 160, 65,000 colors. It has 29 megabytes of storage, meaning that VGA camera is not going to be taking very many pictures. And my notes here say it was considered difficult to use.
You know who would design something like this? It's the person that would put the oil drain bolt somewhere where you have to remove the transmission to get to it. Yeah. There are engineers out there that are just assholes. Or maybe program managers who are just assholes and make the engineers do things. But there's a certain special section of hell made for people, designers, engineers, who just make people's lives harder. I don't know why, but there's a lot. I mean, oh my God. I think it's gotten better. In the 60s, that was a big problem. 70s and 80s, when mechanical engineering got worse, that was a pretty big problem. Yeah. I remember for the 2008 Honda Accord that my wife bought. No, 2010. Sorry, 2020. 2010 or 11 Honda Accord my wife bought. It was the brand new model. You had to remove the whole bumper to get to the headlights so you can replace a bulb. She had a bulb out, and she came into the garage, and she saw her whole front end on the floor and panicked. And I can understand why. I was pissed off that I had to do that to change a light bulb. It was just ridiculous. I couldn't believe the instructions. I checked the YouTube videos, and I thought it was a troll. Who would do that? And then imagine all those components you remove off this phone. What if one of them gets lost? The more components you have that complete the device, more likely something's going to break, chip, or get lost. Yeah.
Let's dial a number. Yeah, I can get there eventually. This is
1872.
awful. Calculator, voice commands. That's it. Oh wait, games. Yes, yes. Select it. Puzzle. What is puzzle? Okay, I'm losing points right now. Yeah, I don't think we need to continue playing that game.
Okay.
I do want to try.
Guesses? What's your guesses? I'm gonna say this doesn't seem like 2007 anymore. This seems like someone made this. 2004. My guess is 2004. Put yours before we get there. We're not that far away. Okay? All right.
The camera though.
Froman said 2004. I'm going with
portrait. Got portrait mode. Yeah, I'm gonna need the extra light. It's awful.
Okay.
2006. $300. No wonder.
2003. Who got it right? We were close. Oh, Pure got it right. Good job, Pure.
Lunch. This is what Nokia was doing for stylish. The PlayStation phone. It has an LED backlit LCD.
I did not know there was a PlayStation phone. There was a PlayStation phone? Where the hell was I?
CD that's 480 by 854, 16 by 9 aspect ratio.
PlayStation phone.
Slide up design with, wow, a PlayStation controller. It is freaking heavy. Micro B charging. All left and right shoulder buttons. It's kind of wild that Sony doesn't cross-pollinate between their business units more, you know? This hinge sucks. Look at this.
Can you imagine if you had a PlayStation phone in high school? Or freaking in college? Or at work?
Look how much play there is in this. Gaming phone. If you can fit so much play in this bad boy. Uses a 1 gigahertz Scorpion CPU and an Adreno 205 GPU.
There's no way you
400
could
megabytes
play
of storage.
games.
It included
No
an
way.
8 gig micro SD card though. This is interesting.
That's a
the
big
spec
SD
says 720p video, but the Engadget review says it is not
Okay,
720p.
submit your guesses.
So got some controversy here. Okay.
The PlayStation phone,
SIM
huh?
card.
PlayStation phone. It looks pretty up to date. It's gotta be around. There's no way it's 2013, not 10 years ago. It's gotta be early 2010s, right? You don't think it's your boy JD doesn't think it's 2010s? Okay, 2008. feel like this has. I mean, when was PlayStation? It has to be PlayStation 2, right? Not 3. Is this PlayStation 2 or
Goes
3?
in there. Oh, a screw just came out. This is an awful lot of phone taken up by things that are not the text field that I am in.
I'm gonna say 2009 feels right for me. Yeah, 2009 or 2011. I don't know what. I'm going with 2009.
Putting two. Oh yeah, that's haptic sounds that you hear. They are awful. What could go wrong? Whoa, look at all these games. Bruce Lee Dragon? Wait, please insert SD card. Okay, fine. I'll put in an SD card. Darn it, I gotta. All right, look at that. I don't even need to take out the battery and reboot from my SD card. Let's go. I have an SD card.
Let's learn about
I want
it,
to play FIFA 10. 40 megs is required. I got the space. Utter disappointment. No wonder you failed. I'm gonna say this was like 600 bucks.
My heart.
In
No wonder you failed.
20.
Okay, everyone has their guesses. Last guess for me, 2009. Let's go.
13.
I was right when I said it's either 2009 or 11. But then I picked the wrong one. The person who got it right, first person in the comments was Pure. No, Pure got 2010. Who was it? Was it Froman? No. Let me see. Your YouTube channel got 2011. Oh, I missed it. I don't know who it was.
Whoa! What is this? The Motorola StarTAC Rainbow. Is this a front-mounted battery? What? It's definitely cooler on a car. This just looks like Fisher-Price.
It does.
It had monophonic ringtones. It had a 2x12 character display and held 100 contacts. I'm gonna guess that this was like styling and was like 600 bucks. That was $1,000?
In 1997, it was $1,000. In 1990, how much was $1,000 in 1997? You guys, some of you guys got right. Holy crap. $1,000 in 1997. You could buy. In 1997, I remember how much $50 would get me, because in 1997, I wanted a remote control car from like a hobby shop. And it was like the best one. And it was $100. So when I was 16 or 17, I was like, oh, you know what? If I have $100, I can buy a nice remote control car. Not cheap one, a really nice one. So in 1997, that's 10 remote control cars from hobby shop. That's how I used to count money back then. I'm sorry. Remote control cars, $100. That's my math. Holy crap. Wow.
For this? Oh, wow.
I buy direct, and there's spectacular savings on stuff.
All right. I learned a lot about some of these phones I didn't know anything about. Holy crap. Concept phone lol, right? That's expensive. Oh my god. Oh, I did not know about most of these. I didn't know about the PlayStation phone. I didn't know about the, let's call it the spy camera phone. It makes me wonder, what are we missing now? We need to see a video like this with current cool phones. I'm gonna write that down. If you guys find the video up there, send me a link on Discord or YouTube so we can watch it. But new cool phones. Let me write that down. Cool phones learning experience. Okay. Got it. I actually scribbled and I can't read it, so let me correct it. It looks like prawns. New cool prawns.